Jean-Marie Messier was, it turned out of control in trying to build this company through acquisition. He just had no idea where to stop. He was totally carried away with himself.
Messier went on a shopping spree, attempting to create synergies with pay TV, phone, and internet portals. He spent the company's money uncontrollably, concealing deals and racking up tremendous losses. What made matters worse was the plummeting stock price.
Almost the moment that this transaction took place, the stock market collapsed, particularly in tech stocks and entertainment stocks, .com stocks, anything that had even a hint of communications or media. The air just went out of that balloon.
Unfortunately for the Bronfmans, they had not sold Seagram for cash. They had traded it for Vivendi stock.
If they had gotten back cash for their shares of Seagram, they would have been fine. They got back stock. And those Vivendi shares ended up crashing, losing the Bronfmans some billions of dollars.
By the time Messier was ousted in 2002, Vivendi Universal was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. Despite the sale of Seagram's wines and liquor businesses, Messier had rung up a $37 billion debt for Vivendi Universal. Even the beloved Seagram building in New York had to be sold. The Bronfmans' personal losses were staggering.
The Bronfmans at that point were worth about $5 billion. It was estimated that they lost about at least $2 billion. That's a lot of money, and it meant the end of the Seagram liquor dynasty, that's for sure.
It is considered the largest single-family financial loss in history. But it did not impoverish the Bronfmans.
They didn't go from riches to poverty, but they did lose the family company in the process. I think that was a great source of angst within the family. It also was heavily criticized in Canada because the Seagram company was one of the corporate jewels of Canada for a long time.
The loss of Seagram, the company that had been synonymous with their family's name, must have caused private grief to the older generation, Edgar Sr. and his brother Charles.
They betrayed their father by letting the business go, but they could never say anything about that, not in public. I think it was too deep a hurt.
After the debacle of Vivendi, Edgar Jr. retrenched to what he loved most, the music business. He bought and resurrected Warner Music.
Warner, more than probably any other music company, has really explored ways to create new revenue streams, new sources of revenue, through selling digitally, from ringtones to authorized downloads. And they're starting to make some money on it.
He then topped off his accomplishment by taking Warner Music public for a profit.
Within a couple of years, it was worth about $3 billion too. So he managed to come out of it looking a whole lot better than he looked upon the collapse of Vivendi.
He took enormous risks. He was very ambitious. He set out to reinvent the liquor company that his father had built and his grandfather had founded. That's the kind of ambition you usually see only in the first generation. And I think it's lost in the cacophony of criticism of Edgar Jr., especially after it turned out bad, that he was, in fact, a risk-taker and a businessman of some guts.
But the fortune the Bronfmans have made would have far less meaning without their impressive philanthropy.
The contribution of the Bronfman family to various sectors of Canadian society has been profound. There isn't a university in this country which has not benefited from Bronfman largesse.
They have been unbelievably generous. They were not Jewish-centric in the sense of only caring about that. They were very loyal Canadians, but also very welcoming of diversity.
Old Sam Bronfman Sr.'s and Edgar Sr.'s work with the United Jewish Congress reduced anti-Semitism and helped to transform Canada into a more tolerant nation.
The new Canada, the one that Sam helped introduce, was a Canada that is open, that is culturally diverse, that is accepting, that is humane, that is liberal, and that is one of the most multicultural countries in the world.
The Bronfman family was, and still is, one of the most influential Jewish families in the world, with enormous wealth and various business holdings. From the cold plains of Saskatchewan, they emerged to put Canadian business on the world stage, and for that, they will always be remembered.